In this video, we'll take a look at the Cybershoes for Oculus Quest and then use them in my latest challenge, upright VR walking without a treadmill. Hello and welcome back to the VRCauldron, the channel that aims to bring you helpful and entertaining Quest and VR content. If that sounds good to you, then hit that subscribe button to join the great community. You can leave anytime you like. And well done to Gamerboy VR, who got all the clips from the last video. So, one of the ultimate aims of virtual reality is to convince the user that they really are inside a virtual world and not in their living room about to knock over a lamp. One of the ways people believe you will feel total presence in VR is by having the ability to move around by walking, as seen with the use of a treadmill in Ready Player One. This doesn't count as a clip, by the way. There are versions of this in real life too. There's the Infinideck, which looks similar but in practice is nowhere near as responsive as the one seen in the film. It's a nice idea, but the problem is it doesn't immediately know which direction you're about to move in, and it's also loud and huge. Then there are the slippy style treadmills that aren't treadmills at all but work with you sliding your feet along a slippery surface whilst attached to the unit so you stay in one place. This has been made by companies such as Virtuix, who made the Omni, and Cat VR, who made the Catwalk C. Again, they're pretty big and expensive, although the Catwalk C at a price of $700 is quite a lot cheaper than they have been previously. Sadly, people who have tested them still report the walking motion as unnatural, even though it's more responsive than that standard treadmill. And this brings me on to the Cybershoes. No doubt you've seen these before, as they've been around for a while on PC VR systems, but now they're coming to the Quest 2. Now remember, the ultimate aim of this video is to show you standing up locomotion in VR. But first, let's take a closer look at the Cybershoes on Quest. Now the great thing about the Cybershoes being on Quest is that you no longer need really complicated wire hanging pulley systems like you do with PC VR. You stick the sensor to the front of the Quest, plug it in, pair it in Bluetooth options, put on the Cybershoes over your own shoes and then pair them to the sensor. This is easily done by first plugging in the sensor, then once the red light has gone, press the button in the middle once. Then turn on each shoe and do the same thing. This makes sure the shoes are on the same channel. The slider is for your speed adjustments in virtual reality, so you can have it going a bit fast or a bit slower. The sensor itself does need to be paired with the Quest using Bluetooth in the experimental options. I didn't do this at first and I was wondering why it didn't work, because I assumed that plugging it into the USB meant it was connected. It wasn't. Once set up, I use them in Arizona sunshine, and it really is as simple as choosing Cybershoes as an option in the locomotion options. They also work in Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and a software development kit is available for devs to incorporate the Cybershoes into their games. They're used in a seated position, and they come with a really nice rotating bar stool. Seriously, it's really nice. And a carpet. So why do we need a carpet? Well, the shoes have rollers on the bottom, which are used to track your forward and reverse movement, as well as how fast you're actually going. So you can run, you can walk, or you can sneak about really slowly. They really are quite intuitive and easy to use. It still doesn't feel quite like walking, but it feels a lot more like real movement than simply pushing forward on your thumbstick or teleporting. It's really easy to turn around using your feet and the really nice chair. Cybershoes even say that due to the more natural way of moving, these can also help with motion sickness, but I don't really suffer from that, so I can't be 100%, but I'm sure it would help some people, but there's bound to be some people who still get it. Unlike the treadmills, they're really small and obviously work with any turny chair and carpet, so they could easily be taken to a friend's house. They just can't let you in the front door. The Quest 2 module is compatible with all Cybershoes, so if you already have some, then you only need the module itself. The Quest version hasn't officially been released yet, but is currently in Kickstarter, where you can pledge $285 and you'll get everything you need. On release, they're going to retail at $399. Estimated delivery for Kickstarter backers is April 2021. So overall, I was pretty impressed with the system. It works really well, but I know people really want to walk standing up. Even though this does feel pretty good, it still isn't walking. So I figured, how hard could it be to use these very Cybershoes, but without having to sit on the admittedly very nice bar stool. Now you may not know this, but this shed used to be a gym. That is until it became a storage space for bikes and toys. And over there is a homemade wooden squat rack. And at one point, it could even support my weight. So armed with a suspension trainer and hopes and dreams, I got to work. In we go. First, I had to clear the area, but then I was ready for the first test. The weight test. Pretty important. Sorry for the upright video, this whole thing was documented last Sunday on my Instagram stories. Come over and say hi. So knowing the rack could still take my weight, I started testing ways I could use that suspension trainer to hold myself upright. This would be so much easier if I had a harness.
Okay, it's not ideal.
Later on I tried this method again, but also attached the suspension trainer to my chest in the hopes that I'll be able to stay upright, but I was always hanging at about 45 degrees, which is obviously not how we humans walk. I had to try something else. To stop myself falling over, I knew I had to attach myself higher up the body, so I tried putting my arms through the loops and hanging from my armpits. This gave a much more natural position, but sadly came with extreme pain in the pits.
Right, balance test 3. I've used the laptop bag to make it swing. Hopefully this will take the pressure off my arms. Hopefully. Or armpits. Right, this is totally safe, don't worry. Ow! Oh, it's too low.
The seat managed to take a lot of strain from the armpits, but sadly I was too low and I was unable to turn with ease, which is something I definitely needed to be able to do.
Right, I've got a carabiner, is that what they're called? Hopefully that'll kind of give us a central pivot. Right, walking through there now. Right, okay, test 4. Pivoted swing. Ooh. Ooh, come on, get in. I should pull that together as well, shouldn't I? Should put something there. Okay, I can't reach anything. Okay, okay. Trust it, trust it, trust it. I'm still too low. I'm sure it's higher than this. Can I turn? I can turn. I can turn.
With some more adjustments, I finally got the height adjusted, and as a bonus, I also invented the ultimate in arse cleavage. Look out for my Kickstarter for a new range of arse cleavage products in 2021. And it still won't be as ridiculous as 2020.
Yes! Yeah, it still hurts a bit, but I can fight for a bit.
So I had my lunch, did a little more thinking, tinkered with the strap's connection to the rack to make it easier to turn, and even added an amazing safety feature.
Put my shit roller coaster harness across, not that that does anything at all, just like on a shit roller coaster. And, oops, sorry, there we go. 360.
And with that, we were ready to walk in VR, standing up, sort of. Cue the epic music.
I mean, I don't. Because I know I'm not. And I'm not stupid. Well, I am. I'm not stupid, he says, as he attaches himself to this contraption. Oh. Almost, we've got the safety feature. Okay, that's there. Pull that down. Arse on. Get this out of the way. Right, let's go for a run. No recording. Better be. Oh, random bullets that people there. I don't even know where I'm facing. I'm not facing this one. Hello. So grateful for the red dot.
So damn.
Right, I'm gonna get into. Oh, I'm gonna get the face. There we go. I'm gonna do that one. I mean, I've got to admit, it hurts my arms and. Hello. I can reach there. Look!
Big. A radio.
Whew. Anyway, come on.
Alright. I'll see this still.
Uh-oh. Looking at that. Don't panic. This is cool. I mean, it hurts like hell, but it's cool. So we're going to come. Ow, wow, he's killing me. Oh, no, no. I'm going to have to stop. Ah! Ah!
So there we have it, walking for real in VR, sort of. So throw in a proper harness to save the armpits, make it so you're not technically sitting down, use a height adjustable attachment to, let's say, a garage beam or even a squat rack that you've already got, and you've got yourself a proper standing locomotion system with zero lag and instant feedback. I'd also replace the bidirectional rollers of the shoes with maybe an omnidirectional rollerball, as seen on old computer mice. So what do you think? Obviously I just did that with bits I found lying around, but with some proper engineering I think it could actually work. Cybershoes, give me a call before someone comes along and just rips off the idea. And maybe the idea is just ridiculous. I did come up with it in 2020 after all. But even if this was all just a waste of time, at least I had fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching it too. So if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to stick around for the VR information and entertainment, be sure to subscribe. And if you can't get enough of the Cauldron and would like to see previews of the VR stuff I'm testing and other random stuff, then come and find us on Instagram. So I've been Al, thanks for watching the VR Cauldron, take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!
Am I under your protection spell? Just don't hang up